The Sunday School lesson for February 25th, 2024 is Faith in God's Purpose. Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 1 through 5. Welcome, viewers and subscribers, to my channel, The Backstory and More. If you are new here, notice the agenda. I will share the backstory, read the lesson text, and offer a brief lesson summary. The backstory. Let's begin. Habakkuk the prophet. The book of Habakkuk gives us virtually no personal information regarding Habakkuk the prophet. His name occurs only one other time after the first chapter. Even then, the prophet provides no further information about the man. Compared to other Testament prophets like Isaiah, Jeremiah, we know nothing regarding the exact details of the life of Habakkuk. Habakkuk, the book. An outline of the book of Habakkuk reveals a conversation between the prophet and the Lord. Two sections of the book consist of the prophet's questions to the Lord. Following each round of inquiry, the Lord responded. In Habakkuk's first section of questioning, he expressed discontent that the Lord had seemingly not heard the prophet's call for correction of sin. In his complaint, the prophet's conclusion was that this uncorrected state of affairs was that the law is paralyzed and justice never prevails. The Lord answered that he was going to use the Babylonians to punish Judah and Jerusalem. This response left Habakkuk even more confused. In his lengthy rejoinder, the prophet asked why the Lord would use a less righteous nation to punish a more righteous nation. Today's text picks up at the very end of Habakkuk's second complaint. Verse 1. I will stand at my watch and station myself on the ramparts. I will look to see what he will say to me and what answer I am to give to this complaint. Verse 2. Then the Lord replied, write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets so that a herald may run with it. Verse 3. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Verses 4 through 5. See, the enemy is puffed up. His desires are not upright, but the righteous person will live by his faithfulness. Indeed, wine betrays him. He is arrogant and never at rest, because he is as greedy as the grave and like death is never satisfied. He gathers to himself all the nations and takes captive all the peoples. A very brief summary. Instead of giving a direct answer to Habakkuk's second string of complaints, God first told him to write down the revelation and then warned that though it linger, Habakkuk should wait for it. Impatience did not require God to alter his plan. God answered Habakkuk by contrasting two human reactions to the dilemma. One, the first is that of a person who is puffed up. This refers to the proud, self-sufficient person who is not upright. Two, then there is the reaction that God is seeking, a person who does not trust in his or her own power, but who lives by his faithfulness to God. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and may God bless.